Day 3, habit number 3 of the 10 key habits of Lean Living Ladies series. What a mouthful that was. So this habit is one of the most important habits for you to follow, but it's also one of the most boring habits that people hear about when losing weight, and that is to drink more water. But I'm going to explain to you why it's actually more important than you think. So when your body is dehydrated through not drinking enough water, it affects a number of things that will reduce your fat loss abilities. So reason number 1 is that it affects growth hormone. And growth hormone is your number 1 fat loss hormone in your body. So when you're dehydrated, the function of growth hormone goes down dramatically, which means you'll burn less fat. The second reason is that there's an enzyme in your body called lipase, and lipase breaks down fat. Now when you're dehydrated, again, the function of that enzyme is reduced, and so you'll burn less fat. Reason number 3 is that when you're dehydrated, your organs also get dehydrated as well. And your kidneys, which filters your blood and cleans the blood out, can't do its job as effectively. So it passes on some of the work to your liver. Now the problem with that is that the liver is where your body breaks down and metabolizes fat. So if your liver isn't working at its full function at fat burning because it has to take on half of the job of the kidneys, you're not going to burn as much fat on a day-to-day basis either. And then reason number 4 is that dehydration affects cognitive function. So your brain's made up of 80% water, and being dehydrated by up to just 2% dehydration can lead to a drop in cognitive function by up to 30%. Now when this happens, sometimes, dehydration is mistaken for hunger, so you actually reach for the food when what you really need is water. Also as well, if your cognitive function's down, you're much more likely to make poor food decisions and partake in behaviours that aren't productive for your fat loss. So it's really important to have, the hydration there to make sure that your brain is working properly and that you make good decisions on a day-to-day basis. So there's just 4 reasons. I'm sure there's a lot more as well as to why water is so important for your fat loss. And in terms of how much, a lot of people say 2 to 3 litres a day, but I like to be a little bit more specific than that. And that is 40 millilitres per kilogram of body weight. So if you're 80 kilograms, then that would be 3,200 millilitres or 3.2 litres. So that sounds like a huge amount for most people, and maybe most people aren't used to drinking that much anyway. But the key is to build up your water intake over time. And what you'll find is that as you start to build your water intake up, you'll actually feel thirstier and thirstier, and you'll actually crave that new level of water intake. And you'll just get to that level fairly quickly. So the best way of doing that as well, to make sure that you do consume the exact amount that you're required to every day, is to grab a couple of water bottles, fill them up with the designated amount and store them in your fridge the night before the following day. And then when you go out to work or you go to the gym, take them bottles with you and make sure both of them are empty by the end of the day. I always try and drink my water earlier on in the day as well, try and get the vast majority in before 12 p.m, just so you're not drinking excess amounts of water before bedtime and you don't want to be waking up for a pee in the middle of the night to release it all. So get more of your water in earlier on in the day. So that's habit number 3, drink more water, yeah? And I'll see you tomorrow for habit number 4. Speak soon.